I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
Anyone claiming that America's economy is in decline is peddling fiction.
I've abandoned free market principles to save the free market system.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Raising the debt ceilings does not increase our debt. It does not somehow promote profligacy.
I know words. I have the best words. Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome back to the Peddling Fiction Podcast. I am your host, the voice and soul of so-called fiction, Johnny Profita. And back with me once again is the one and only Justin Hillbilly Boy Campbell. How you doing over there?
Not too bad. Finally starting to warm up around here. We've had a couple very warm days, although it cooled down quite a bit last night. But we've been up in the 80s and starting to really feel spring and almost summery around here.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. My aunt was mentioning it was like 70 something in Elmhurst, which is where they're based out of. So yeah, good times ahead, especially in Chicago. If you can get ready to ramp up those shooting numbers and the carjackings and everything, because the weather's getting nice.
Did you see the? I know we've got Iran updates. There was a thing that came out, I don't know, earlier this week, or maybe it was late last week. Anyway, it was like more people get shot in Chicago every weekend than would have died in the entire like Iran war.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and that's nothing new. For like probably the last 10, 15 years of like fucking war in Iraq, it was the same thing. It was like, with the exception of like the surge and stuff, there are always more people dying on the south side of Chicago than in all of these fucking conflicts. Yeah, we're losing all these fucking astronauts left and right. It's really tough.
These were going to be great community leaders one day.
Yeah. Somebody to fill Brandon Johnson's big shoes. It's going to be a tough act to follow for sure.
When is he up for re-election? Because I cannot imagine he's going to.
It can't be that much longer, can it? I feel like I don't know, because every fucking day I see a clip of him talking about like reparations or something. It seems like he's been at this forever. Let's see.
Well, what was it? Lori Lightfoot was like the first incumbent to lose in a long time. I feel like Brandon Johnson is gonna be a repeat on that.
May next year, 2027. So yeah, it has been 3 years. Yeah, okay. Got one more year of that fucking retard. Unbelievable. I don't know. I just don't understand how it's possible, other than just I still don't give enough credit to like how rigged it is with the teachers unions and everything. Because there's just no way Chicagoans are voting for like somebody even more retarded than Lori Lightfoot. I didn't think that was possible.
Well, and like the two front runners were a guy who was backed by the police unions, and then Brandon Johnson, who was backed by the teachers union. So now you see who has the actual power in Chicago. It's the teachers unions.
Yeah, it is the level of corruption in Chicago is staggering. And I did hear that that fat fuck Pritzker wants to make a presidential run. So we'll see. I just, these people they must be in these like delusional bubbles. I don't. First of all, he's too fucking fat to be president. I don't care what his policies are. Although with Ozempic, like by the time 2028 comes around with Ozempic, he might have slimmed down into something resembling a normal sized human being. But he's gonna have to have that like surgery where they like remove half of your fucking skin and staple you back together, so you don't have all this loose skin hanging off of you. But he's too fat. I don't care what your policies are. You're not gonna have a fat fucking president. You have to like. You really, it almost doesn't matter what the president talks about or says. You just have to be like 6'2" and good looking. Anyway, Gavin Newsom too. Like nobody likes him. I saw or I heard a poll. I think I was listening to Megyn Kelly's podcast that Kamala Harris is like the new front runner for president. She's making a comeback, and she's blowing Gavin Newsom out of the water for a 2028 run. I mean,
can you imagine?
It's like both teams are fighting to just hand it to the other side. I can't imagine Republicans doing a worse job to just hand back everything that they gained from 4 years of just Democrat insanity. But here come the Democrats ready to be like, oh, no, here we'll give you the gift of Kamala Harris one more time.
Yeah, the Democrats are like, you think the Republicans are doing a bad job? Look at what we're proposing.
Right. Well, she does have in their defense, now she has a better campaign pitch. She could be like, look how bad, like none of this stuff would have happened if you had just elected me, which of course it all probably would have happened. And then some, and the border would still be fucking wide open. So like even the little minor gains that you could claim under Trump wouldn't have materialized, and all of the spending would have been the exact same levels, producing the exact same shit. I don't know if she would have been talked into war with Iran the way Trump was.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of minor gains and the war with Iran, Iran has declared that the Strait of Hormuz is completely open for the rest of the ceasefire. Apparently, Israel has agreed to a ceasefire, and they're going to stop carpet bombing Lebanon. And the U.S. and Iran have come to the table and are working out agreements on an end of all of the conflict materializing for real this time. You mentioned it before the show. There was some other stuff with a
So if you pull up does this have Trump's truths on it?
I'm not sure,
because he tweeted. If you want to go to Zero Hedge, pull up that article. It should have it. Because he said a couple of interesting things about these deals. So after he came out and announced that the strait was open, he said, except for our blockade. So the U.S. blockade that's blocking Iranians from transporting oil, that's still in place. He also said that Lebanon was not part of this deal. We're going to negotiate that separately, but Israel is prohibited from bombing them now. So they should have a ceasefire. And he used the word prohibited, I think, in one of his Truth Social posts. So we will see if he can get fucking Netanyahu under control. I don't think Israel's capable of not launching a rocket for an entire weekend. I haven't seen it happen. Like they are gonna do everything they can to fuck this deal up.
Let's see. Iran has agreed to never close the Strait of Hormuz again. It will no longer be used as a weapon against the world. Let's see, where is it? The USA will get all the nuclear dust created by our B-2 bombers. No money will exchange hands in any way, shape, or form. This deal is in no way subject to Lebanon either, but the U.S. will separately work with Lebanon and deal with the Hezbollah situation in an appropriate manner. Israel will not be bombing Lebanon any longer. They are prohibited from doing so by the USA. Enough is enough. Thank you, President DJT. So
those are some strong words directed at Israel. We'll see if he has the cojones to back it up, because so far all he's done is bend over for them. Oh yeah, that's the blockade remaining.
All right, so the Strait of Hormuz is completely open and ready for business and full passage, but the naval blockade will remain in full force and effect as it pertains to Iran only until such a time as our transaction with Iran is 100% complete. This process should go very quickly, and that most of the points are already negotiated. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, so this has the markets all kinds of excited. Everything was up a little over 1%, almost 2% on the Dow, 175 right now, 120 on the NASDAQ, 115 on the S&P. Futures ripping, gold, silver ripping. I still don't understand. I mean, I've heard the logic behind the precious metals moving along with the stock market and risk assets. It just still doesn't make any sense to me. Oil got crushed, dude. Light crude is back down to $83 a barrel, basically $82.90. Bitcoin caught a
now
bid.
watch. Gas will stay at $4 a gallon for another 3 weeks though, because as soon as oil jumps to $100 a barrel, gas shoots up the next day. But then
yeah, they're really quick.
When oil comes back down, they're like, oh well, it takes some time for that price change to actually reflect. It's like it didn't take any time at all for that price change to affect it going up.
Yeah. Nope. They always seem to be forward looking in terms of price increases and not forward looking in terms of price decreases. I will say, I mean, I don't anticipate oil being much lower than 80 a barrel for any extended. I mean, maybe if this ceasefire turns into like a complete peace negotiation and it's done and over with, maybe it dips back down into the 60s, but I don't think it's going to be there very long.
Have you ever watched Landman?
Yeah, I like that show.
It's one of the most like honest TV shows there is, and like the part where John Hamm like basically is sitting with all the other like oil execs and they're arguing over dumb bullshit, and he's like, "Why are we even doing this? Why am I even here? We need oil to be below 100, but above 75. That's our sweet spot where we make the most money. Like, stop being assholes and let's just get this done and go fucking golf or something." Like it's and like for people who understand how like the world works, watching that show, it's like, oh my gosh, like a television show that's actually half-assed honest about like the way shit works. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's really not that complicated. Oh, like we were saying on the last show, we like to pretend we're real complex, but no, this is pretty straightforward. Where's their sweet spot? Okay, that's where they're going to price it.
Yeah, that's
$120 a barrel isn't really good for anybody. So, yeah, I just don't know if you can take anything Trump says seriously anymore, because the last time I pulled up the Zero Hedge article, because they update it throughout the day with new things. It's like, oh, Iran says that's all bullshit about the uranium, the cash for uranium stuff.
Yeah, there's some sort of a like, what was it? The U.S. will send Iran $20 billion in exchange for Iran will send their uranium, and Iran has also said that there were talks that Iran was agreeable to ramping down their nuclear production and taking it to a level that would not be able to be weaponized, like their plutonium.
Like it was 3% or something.
Yeah.
A while ago, before Trump started fucking with them, and then they got it up to 60, I think. So I don't know if there's like, is there any point to having like 20% enrichment? I don't know enough about nuclear fission or whatever.
I don't either.
But I mean, it's certainly unreasonable to demand this day and age to demand that countries can't use nuclear power. We should be using a lot more fucking nuclear. So I get that. Yeah. Do you need to have it? Having it at 60% is just sort of like a fail safe from what I understand, where it's like, okay, we could flip the switch and turn this into a nuke. So, no more regime change wars against us. But yeah, dude, you can't trust Trump. You certainly can't trust Netanyahu to not try to fuck this up, because they are just hell bent on doing to Iran what they've done to Gaza. So we'll see this is going to be an interesting weekend. If they can make it through a weekend without completely contradicting what they're saying on Friday, that would be nice. A nice change of pace. Normally they wait until just after markets close on Friday to be like, oh, yep, everything, all the positive news we were talking about, that was all bullshit. And then they give it a couple days to sink in, and then Sunday night, here come the positive stories again. So we'll see if that trend continues. But anyway, what a fucking mess. What a mess that's going to be. And we got the midterms coming up here. You've been following any of the polls on midterms?
No, not at all.
I don't really give a shit. The
midterms are probably going to go the way the midterms always go. You have an election, it swings one way. You have the midterms, it swings back the other way. Welcome to Uniparty 101. We keep swinging back and forth every 2 to 4 years so that nothing ever really changes and nothing ever really gets done.
Yeah. I think I might have reposted this chart. I can't remember. It was like a week or two ago, where it showed like how the markets did under different government configurations, where it's like Republican president, Democrat controlled Congress, Democrat president, Republican controlled Congress, a mixed Congress, and every single time the best outcome for the markets was having Congress contradict whoever was in the presidency. And why, so it's like, yeah, you do not want, you don't want a clean sweep of government from any party. The markets do not perform well. And imagine that, because once you have a Republican controlled Congress and a Democrat president, government kind of grinds to a halt as much as our government could grind to a halt at this point. And so the economy does a little better.
It's crazy how that works out, isn't it? Like as soon as the government isn't able to fuck everything up, then things start in the right direction.
But what people like seem incapable of putting those things together, which is why it was a good chart. I'll try to find it. Because they'll just be like, oh, look, under Democrat presidents, like the market's like up, whatever, 18% year over year or something. It's like, yeah, but all the good years under the Democrat president was Republican controlled Congress. And so and then every bad year of Republicans, it was always like,
I think I've seen that chart before, and like the worst was Republican president, Republican controlled Congress. I think the best was actually Democrat president with Republican controlled Congress.
Yeah. It was interesting. Anyway, we might have one less retard in Congress.
Yes.
Is it official yet?
Not yet.
We popped the champagne? No.
He says he plans to resign from Congress. I don't know. I thought it was supposed to happen sometime this week, but as far as I'm aware, he has not actually resigned yet. He says, I am deeply sorry to my family, staff, and constituents for mistakes in judgment I've made in my past. I will fight the serious false allegations made against me. However, I must take responsibility and ownerships for the mistakes I did make. And he is intending to resign. He's also withdrawn from the gubernatorial election in California. So, I mean, here's some of the highlight reel of like what's gotten him in hot water. Yeah. Looks like he was having a good time. I don't know what the problem is.
Oh, I haven't seen that video, that second video yet. I saw the first one where he starts like making out with that hooker. That just looks so awkward, dude. There's like another guy sitting on the bed with him, and then there's clearly somebody filming it. Like, I think it was Elon Musk had a great response to it when he posted that tweet where he's like, I'm going to fight these seriously false allegations. And Elon's like, yeah, you absolutely should fight these false allegations, especially the one with you doing all that weird shit with hookers on video. Oh my God. Who's making out with fucking hookers? Oh, what a dirtbag, dude. Okay. So I do, as much as I hate.
Wait, is the hooker thing what's actually gotten him in trouble, or was that just like icing on the cake? Because I thought it was.
That's just the icing on the cake. The real issue is that there's allegations of sexual assault. Yeah, here's one.
He raped me, and he choked me. And while he was choking me, I lost consciousness. And I thought I died. I did not consent to any sexual activity. Although I did not undergo a rape kit at the time, I disclosed the assault to the people closest to me. I also recorded these events in my handwritten calendar. The assault and its impact were later documented during my therapy sessions at a sexual assault center in Connecticut. It had a profound impact on my mental health. I self-medicated in an unhealthy way. I did not want to live anymore. I cried all the time for years. At the time, I was in a dating relationship with a boyfriend I was fully committed to. I've never cheated in my life, and I would never have engaged in a consensual sexual encounter with Eric Swalwell.
Okay, Jim is correct here. I just double checked. He has his resignation took effect on Tuesday.
Oh, sweet.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. As much disdain as I have for Eric Swalwell, and I don't think it's possible to have more disdain for somebody than I have for him. And this chick seems believable. I'm sorry. You can't fucking come forward. Like, when is she claiming this happened?
Years and years
ago.
Why
not? Dude, you got to get the rape kit done. Press fucking charges. Like, I don't understand this.
Right. Why have you sat on this for years? Like,
she's like, oh, I put it in my handwritten calendar. Oh, great. Like, this day and age, you've already seen this happen. We've seen this play out like a million times. And yeah, of course. It comes out now when he's running for governor. And it was, so basically the dynamic in California was like, he was going to split the Democrat primary vote or whatever. Right. So they're trying to get rid of him so that they don't split the vote and lose to a Republican. Okay. So the timing is highly suspicious. You can't just sit on this shit until it's convenient to come out with the fucking charges. Like, and there's like 3 or 4 other women that have come forward with similar allegations. He drugged me. Clearly he's a fucking scumbag. Like, he's been sending, I think I sent you some other clips we can listen to him. That seemed to be one of the worst, where he's choking this chick out and raping her. How do you not get a fucking rape kit after that? How do you not go to the police and press fucking charges? Like, I'm sorry. Yes, it was a traumatic event. Now, okay. Like, is it really that hard? Is it really that hard to go to the police? That seems like the easy thing after that. If you really want, like, you cannot just come forward fucking 5 years later or something and be like, oh yeah, he raped me. That's bullshit. You have to fucking get it done within a reasonable amount of time. Take a day. Okay, fine. But you still got to press charge it. Like, you cannot fucking, I'm sorry, dude. You're letting this guy roam free now. So every other fucking thing that this guy did after raping her is on you, because you were too fragile or whatever to go press charges and get a
right.
rape kit.
Like, this was some years ago, as Jim says, in the height of Me Too. Like, at the time that this happened, everything was in her favor. Right. Like, Jim is 100% right. Like, she had this happen in a moment in time where, I mean, basically any woman could have said anything about any dude at that time, and the dude's going to jail right away, like, whether he did it or not. Like, she had all of the world on her side and decided to sit on this for 5 or 6 years or however long.
So she could fucking leverage it or something. Like, do they pay these chicks to come forward? It wouldn't surprise me. But it's just, you know, we can't just believe all women, because we've seen all these bullshit allegations always come out at the most convenient time. So, ladies, if you're out there and you're getting raped and choked out, go get the rape kit done. Go press charges when it fucking happens. And then you've got all of our support. Like, this is not hard. This is really not hard. They're making it fucking really goddamn difficult. And who wouldn't have loved, dude, because of her, we had to suffer for fucking 10 years of this fucking jagoff in Congress. Oh my God. And every fucking second, dude, he's out there. He's in these sanctimonious fucking moments that he creates on the fucking House floor or whatever, where he's just talking about how we need to believe all. Dude, play these clips. Oh my God. They were like the most recent ones I sent you. He's such a fucking faggot. Ugh, the worst. Just insufferable. Absolutely insufferable.
Do not trust women. You don't trust women. Do you all ever talk to women? They deserve better. Trust women, my friends. Trust women. They will get it right.
You know, I'm fine with, you know, if this chick comes forward, like, okay, here's the new rule. You rape the chick, she doesn't get the rape kit done. She comes forward 20 years later, but we have clips of you being a sanctimonious douchebag like this, saying we must believe all women. Then you just convicted yourself. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Trust women. They will get it right. We must believe all women. Yeah. This is meanwhile. Go ahead.
And this isn't the first time he's had allegations brought against him. And you had sent this before Tuesday's show, and we didn't get to it, but like, this was the corporate press last time he had allegations brought up against him.
Speaker McCarthy seems to have singled you out. He says that he had a briefing, as well as former Speaker Pelosi had the briefing from the FBI, and the FBI never came before this Congress to tell the leadership of this Congress that Eric Swalwell had a problem with the Chinese spy. Political vengeance seems to be the flavor of the day with the 118th Republican-led Congress.
Kevin McCarthy, even in his press conference on Thursday, continues to say false claims about some members, including Eric Swalwell, Adam Schiff, who are key members on the Intelligence Committee, saying that because of some allegations, including a false claim that Swalwell was involved with a Chinese spy.
This is all about the vengeance. It has nothing to do with factually what the reality is. These are small-minded, petty people who are now in charge of committees. And if they remove you, it's going to be a huge mistake, and people know it.
My wife does say, don't threaten her with a good time, because I'm going to be home now for more diapers to be changed, school drop-offs.
Swalwell has never been accused of any wrongdoing. The investigation in question revolved around a woman suspected of being a Chinese intelligence operative more than a decade ago. She helped Swalwell with a campaign event, some fundraising.
Very old FBI investigation from 2015. Basically, the FBI notified Swalwell that an associate of his might be a suspected Chinese spy. When he was notified, he broke ties with that person And then the FBI investigated and nothing ever came of it. This was, what, 10 years ago now?
I guess they were going to release the files.
Yeah, it's clearly, I mean, it's so obviously, oh, he's running for governor. Let's release the files. Maybe there's something in the files that will embarrass him because we couldn't bring a criminal case against him.
So you want to hear the rest of them?
Let's go.
But it's like the same thing over and over. Like, oh, there was nothing there.
Nothing there.
Now this time around, absolute crickets.
Yeah, you can always tell when these people, like when all these people are saying that there's no evidence to support this or whatever. This is bullshit. You know, it's 100. Again, they're the Jim Cramer of the news cycle. Like, okay, it's 100% true then. We can believe it. If Whoopi Goldberg and the rest of the View come out and say this is bullshit, it's true. If they come out and say it's true, it's bullshit. You live by that, you will be right 98 to 99% of the time.
He's trying to politicize a report that came out years ago that actually clarified and exonerated Eric Swalwell. And now they want to change that so that to benefit just the president's narrative, to try to stop Eric Swalwell from being governor. They're going to corrupt the DOJ. They're going to corrupt investigations. They're going to force people, to give up their careers just for his little petty vendetta. And because he doesn't want someone like Donald Trump doesn't want someone like Eric Swalwell to be able to fight him every day.
And they always claim that you were connected to an alleged Chinese spy. Do you feel like you are being especially targeted, that it's coordinated even with MAGA media almost?
Well, it's because I'm effective.
Republicans called for Representative Eric Swalwell to be removed from the Intelligence Committee, and this was over ties to a suspected Chinese spy.
Representative Swalwell was never in a criminal investigation.
Yeah, and some of the other allegations that come forward, like he's just. I was joking about how much time congressmen spend like lining up ass, because he just does all these events and then he offers to take some staffer under his wing or something, and then it's like, yeah, the first couple of messages were just like about like politics and stuff, and then like he sends me a dick pic.
Oh yeah, that was one of the other clips.
Yeah.
She says Swalwell, who was then in his late 30s, started out talking politics, but his messages soon turned flirtatious.
Ultimately, it reached a point where he invited me to a hotel to meet him. It was very clear what the connotation was. At that point, I completely stopped responding. What I keep thinking back to is how lucky I am that I didn't go.
Yeah. Ladies, whatever guy is like offering to help you for any reason, he's not doing it out of the kindness of his heart. He's trying to fuck you. That's the way our brains work. I don't know what to tell you. This is like all he does. All he does is like start texting and fucking sliding into their DMs and stuff. He is such a fucking sleazebag. It's hilarious, dude. And these chicks, like, they're I don't know, they're like interns and stuff, and they think, oh yeah, this guy's gonna like pipeline me into something, and then all of a sudden we go from let me help you with your career to why don't you come by my hotel room? It's just, dude, oh my god, it's just so fucking.
It is California, and Kamala Harris proved you can bang your way into positions of power in California. So,
yeah, that's true. Oh, what was like one of the first allegations that came out? I was like, well, yeah, like I blew him in the car, but then we like the next couple of times we went out, he drugged me or something.
See, that's where it gets kind of ridiculous. It's like you blew him in his car, but then he felt like he needed to drug you to bang you.
Right.
It seems like.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, or like the first time, like he drugged me once, and then you go out with him again. Like I went out with him one time, and I just had one glass of wine. I got like super drunk, and I think we fucked. And then the second time we went out, he definitely drugged me. It's just like, all right, what do you even say to that? What do you even say?
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
God, but he's just such. Oh man, I can't get over those videos of him on the bed with some other dude, with the third dude fucking filming it, and some hooker chick who's not even like, I don't know, not even that good looking, and he's making out. And it's just so awkward all the time. What was it? What was that else was going on in that thing that you posted? There was like some BDSM shit.
Oh yeah, there's like I don't know if it's a sex swing, but there's definitely some like
I didn't see that one. I was focused on the video.
There's
Pull it
some
up again.
straps and other stuff going on there.
Dude, all these fucking politicians are fucking weird freak shows.
Hang on, let's see. Here we go. Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy shit going on. It's a lot to process. Yeah, we got some sort of, I don't know, whatever this outfit is she's wearing.
Oh, are those ropes that she's tied up in? Is that like
yeah,
the rope?
suspended from the ceiling. Got the, I don't know, is this rope play? Jim,
Yeah,
tell us about all the sex.
Jim, what fetish is this? Jim? Where did that picture come from? Is that the same dude that was posting the video?
I have no idea.
Like, what is I don't know, dude. And so if you remember a couple of years ago, I think it was a couple of years ago, there was the was it Project Veritas or whatever, caught him at a restaurant, and he was talking about how he's like, I'm only gonna bang 10s from now on. So and he was like bragging about having all these orgies and stuff with yeah, he was bragging about how they have all these orgies and stuff in Congress. And it's like, you do have to remember that all of these politicians are like the biggest fucking loser dorks in high school. And this is what like fucking weirdo freak show dorks who get power end up doing. It's all this fucking weird freaky shit. Same kind of thing with Hollywood. Like those are all like the fucking thespians and shit, and they do all that kind of weird freak show shit in Hollywood too. You give these fucking losers any amount of fucking money and power, and they go after their weird fetishes, I guess. Okay, so he's gone. That's good. Who's gonna replace him? Do we know?
I think Newsom has to pick his replacement unless they do a special election. Actually,
who's gathering all this stuff now that the Epstein ring has been taken down? Well, has it really been taken down? I guess. Who's taking Epstein's place?
It's still running. They're just running it a little more discreetly.
Because it does seem like you could pretty much do this to anybody in government.
Probably.
I would, if I had to bet on it, like there's maybe a couple, like I would bet Thomas Massey is not involved in anything like this. And it's always like the best congressman too, that you could be like, okay, like you were never going to come up with anything like this on Ron Paul. It just wasn't going to happen. But almost anybody else. And if they're not into some freaky weird shit, they're married to somebody that's into some, like Nancy Pelosi's fucking husband. Like remember that? The underwear hammer incident?
What's the
Pelosi?
Nancy Mace's husband, who apparently like wears like this big massive set of fake tits.
Oh wait, no, that's
no, that's not Nancy Mace.
That's not Nancy Mace.
No,
that's
Kristi Noem.
Kristi Noem, yeah.
See, you said Nancy, and I got my mind on
sorry,
Republican Nancy's.
Yeah, Kristi Noem's husband is like he's about to transition. And she was banging a fucking stat. Like, dude, that's why it's also so fucking ridiculous. Like, I just, at this point, how do you have like a politician come out there and you, not only do you believe what they say, but you like you come up, like you buy into this, like, oh, they're like some upstanding citizen with like great morals and everything. Dude, Washington, D.C. is full of just the sleaziest fucking scumbags. These sleaziest scumbags.
They have no morals. They have no values. They are absolute scum of the fucking earth, and they deserve.
That's why they have to go on these, like, at the second you put a camera and a microphone in front of them, they start telling you, "Oh yeah, look how morally superior I am because I believe all women." Yeah. Okay, let's believe these women then. By your definition of like how we should approach this. Okay. That's fine. But like I said, if we don't have you on tape saying we got to believe everything women say all the time, then you have to have the fucking rape kit done. I'm sorry. Otherwise, we can go off of anything you've said on tape. Oh my God, Eric Swalwell.
Yeah,
he's still gonna get. Yeah,
as much of a scumbag as he is, it does seem very much like a setup. But also, it's 100% believable that he has done all of this and much, much worse is just now coming out because it's convenient for it to do so. Like,
right. It's two things can be true at the same time. Actually, three. This is an absolute like coordinated attack against him by the Democratic Party, and it's crazy to watch how quickly they can turn against you and like in unit and just have everything ready to go. So coordinated attack. I believe almost all of these allegations against him, but at the same time, it's such fucking bullshit that these chicks can come forward like 5-10 years later and claim something with nothing to back it up and completely ruin your life. I'm holding all of those positions simultaneously. The DN Debate Club. Yeah. Okay, so he resigned. Yeah, Speaker Johnson denies that. Gavin Newsom is set for a special election on August 18th, 2026 to fill the vacancy. All right, I'm sure they'll do a great job filling that. And oh man, I hope we never have to hear from him again. We still have to pay his fucking pension.
maybe they'll give Kamala Harris his spot. Let her return to Congress.
Yeah. Kamala Harris is looking at these allegations. She's like, back in my day, that was just called networking. You're just doing it wrong. Oh man. Yeah. So yeah, he still gets his pension, which is like, I was surprised it was actually kind of low. It was only like 22 grand a year or something like that. But then they get free healthcare for life and a bunch of other fucking perks, I think. So I don't know what it takes to void that. I think being convicted of rape should do it, but you know, that's why Congress does have a slush fund to handle all these allegations. That's why it was so funny when it first broke. He just was gonna. Well, first he was gonna do nothing. Then he was like, "All right, I won't run for governor." It's like, wait. You're not going to run for governor, but you're going to stay in Congress? It's like, yeah, you can stay in Congress and rape as many women as you want. They've got like couple hundred millions of dollars of your tax money set aside just to shield them from these kinds of allegations until they want to use them against you for their own, to keep the machine going. It is really something to watch them operate. Tony Gonzalez also going down from the Republican side on this. He also had allegations of sexual misconduct, including sexual assault and harassment of multiple women. So the Republicans are throwing somebody out probably just to give see, we don't let him get away with it either. Here's our sacrificial lamb.
narrowing the candidates down to get the uniparty approved ones in on both sides. That way, there's no surprises come election time.
Who's going to play ball? And this is why no matter who you elect, you always get the John McCains.
Yeah.
That's why that rule is that the what's his name? Whose rule of thumb is that? It's not Tom Woods. It's the foreign policy guy that all the libertarians like that I can't really stand to listen to.
Scott Horton.
Yeah, Scott Horton's rule. It's like no matter who you elect, you always get John McCain. It's like, yeah, because they only you're not going to get an opportunity to vote for anybody that they cannot do this to. Yeah, Scott Horton.
I think it might have been Tom Woods, actually.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I think so. Either way,
I heard Tom Woods giving Scott Horton credit for it, but I could be misremembering that. But either way, it holds fucking true. It just doesn't matter. So maybe it wouldn't surprise me if they have something on Trump to get him to go along with all this Iran shit too, and completely just abandon almost everything that he said he was going to do. And it's like one of the few possible explanations that kind of makes sense, where it's just like, okay, he can't even he doesn't even have a good excuse for why he's doing any of this stuff. It's like, okay, yeah, they got something on him. They must have something on him. Otherwise, how do you explain it? How do you explain just flip-flopping back and forth? And I've even when was the last time you heard anything about ICE? I heard even the deportations are coming to a standstill.
They have slowed down their Kristi Noem got fired. There are other things that are being shuffled and changed around. I think they're probably planning another surge in the fall after the election, but I think for now they're kind of backing off because it was giving some with the protesters getting themselves killed, it was creating bad press, even though that regardless of what you think of either side, the people who ended up dead put themselves in harm's way very deliberately. And if you interact with the police like that, regardless of what your opinion of law enforcement is, if you do that sort of thing, that's probably going to be a high probability of what your outcome will be. It was not good for public opinion. So I think they've kind of doing some rearranging and will come back after the midterms and hit the ground running again, I suspect.
Okay. All right. Well, that's actually a pretty good segue into the other video we have. And this is sort of a follow-up to piece of shit fucking judges that are still on the bench somehow. When you put yourself in a bad situation, you end up getting shot and sometimes killed. Apparently, yeah, we're always going to blame the shooters. This is, again, just another infuriating story.
Obviously, this is a very difficult case because
No, it's not difficult. No, just pause it right there. Obviously, okay, so
yeah, let's do the lead in.
Yeah.
All right. A Michigan man charged with manslaughter for fatally shooting one of the teens he caught breaking into his garage has been bound over for trial. This is insane. His property had been broken into twice before this incident, and the police ignored him and told him to get better security. Now, Judge Kelly Costin says Dayton Napton, 24, put himself in the situation despite prior break-ins at his property. She said his self-defense argument becomes more difficult after reviewing security video. Napton is charged with manslaughter, assault with intent to murder, and weapons offenses after a shooting that killed a 17-year-old and injured another. Police say he saw several people entering his garage on camera, went outside, and opened fire as they were leaving. The garage had been broken into at least twice before, and Napton had been told after the second attempt to beef up his security.
Yeah. So, and then we have the security footage that we're playing. And okay, the judge saying that this is not difficult. This is so fucking cut and dry and easy. Somebody breaks into your dude. I don't like this. Oh, they were running away, so you can't shoot them. Fuck that. They're breaking into my fucking place. I don't know if they're gonna come back. And in this case, they have several times. If he had shot at them the first time, they probably wouldn't have come back.
And say, shoot them, drag them back into the garage, make sure they're dead in the garage, and then wipe the security footage. No,
you shouldn't.
Sorry,
even
like
have to do
that sounds insensitive,
yeah.
but there was a guy that I worked with in Mississippi for a couple of years who his best friend went like literally the whole time I was there. This dude was in and out of court fighting something similar to this, where he shot the guy and the guy got out and he shot him again. And then the family sued him. Like, it was like, because the guy was on his front porch. The guy had been in the house and he shot him the first time in the house, and then he fled. And as he was fleeing, he shot him again as he went out the door. And so he died on the front porch. And they said because he was fleeing, then they were like going after this. It's like, the lesson of the story is drag that motherfucker back in the house and make sure there's no blood on your porch before you call the cops. Like, if it's in your house, you've got castle doctrine. If they get outside, you're fucked. Is effective. Like, you can't defend your own property.
Yeah, and I just hate that with every fucking fiber of my being. I don't care what you shot them. Okay, they were running away. Okay, what were they doing right before they were running away? Okay, yeah, I'm good with that. Oh, they were breaking into your fucking place. Cool. What if they're running away just to go get more people or weapons or something to come back?
Right. Don't break into my house. I'm not calling the cops.
Yeah, dude. So, okay, go ahead and let's hear what the. Okay, once again, are you seeing a pattern with these judges? Are they all just fucking broads or fucking low T men at the on these fucking benches? It always seems to be some stupid fucking middle-aged broad.
Obese middle-aged Karens. Yes.
Oh, but I'm sorry. We got to listen to Eric Swalwell's words of wisdom here. Listen to women; they will always get it right. Okay, go ahead. And
all of human history has proven that to be 100% incorrect.
Obviously, this is a very difficult case because you do have some empathy and sympathy for the defendant, understanding that his property had been broken into. The testimony looks like at least prior to this incident.
That one's in the
understanding, and there could have certainly been some real fear on that evening. But the court also notes that the law does not allow you to use deadly force to protect your property. In this particular case, it was a detached garage. The defendant in this case put himself in the situation. The self-defense argument becomes more difficult when the video shows and the evidence shows that he shot into the garage blindly twice before any of the people, the burglars or the people inside, exited. The video, the evidence that being the video, clearly shows that he was shooting at the people who were inside in the garage, the people who were attempting to burgle the garage. He was shooting at them as they were running away.
Yeah.
So that in and of itself is certainly probable cause to show that he did intend great bodily harm.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, it's self-defense. It's property defense. He's defending his fucking property. I love how he put himself in this situation. No, he did not. Just by existing and having a garage, he opened himself up to Like, and he just fired blindly. Dude, there are fucking 5 dudes coming at you into your fucking place, your garage. And like
7. There were 7. There were 6 that went in, and there was another one around the corner watching.
Oh my God. Yeah. again, dude, can we not use like some level of discretion here? And okay, the self-defense argument doesn't hold up because they were running away. Dude, what sort of a society do you want to live in? Where this guy's going to go to fucking prison, like Jim's saying, like he's screwed. He shouldn't be, but he will be screwed. So we're going to punish the tax-paying property owner because he shot and killed one of the 7 assailants that are robbing his place for the 3rd time. That's what we're going to use the judicial system for, going after the guy that's defending his property because they were running away. Oh, okay. This is retarded, dude. It's just, what a retarded society we live in. How did it get to this fucking point? This is America, man. We used to just, it's just so depressing to see how far we've fallen. Unbelievable. Yeah. This should just get through. Like the law, like, so somehow we've passed this law that says you can't shoot people that are fleeing. Unless you're a cop, then you can. It's just bad law. Like, why can't a judge be like, I'm throwing this out? I don't like what I like, I don't like this law. It shouldn't be this way.
All right. Stand your ground and castle doctrine should include if you are defending and they decide to turn tail and run, you happen to still be defending yourself when they turn to flee, like they are still part of this interaction until they are like, maybe
until they're out.
You're not allowed to like
chase them anymore.
Maybe you're not allowed to like chase them down the road, like through the neighborhood.
If you're still standing on your property and you can shoot them, then they're still a threat.
Correct.
What if they're just moving to a better position? They're falling back to regroup. You don't know. And it's just, it's just so wrong. It's just so wrong on so many goddamn levels. And I can't be alone, and I want all of them shot and killed. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm more upset that he only got 1 out of 7.
Well, and you could tell by his angle and positioning and the way he was shooting that, like, he's not comfortable with this. He wasn't shooting with the intent to kill. He was shooting with the intent to get these motherfuckers off of his property. Like, if he was shooting with the intent to kill, he'd have been much better positioned and then
and much more poised.
Yeah.
He's just kind of reaching around the garage and fucking just mag dumping.
This dude's just trying to get it. Right. He's just trying to get rid of him. That's why he blind fired into the garage a couple times, as she said beforehand. Like, he is trying to get rid of the problem, not actually, like, he's not trying to kill anybody.
Yeah. And clearly these fucking scumbags need a reminder that this can happen. Like, my mom would always tell me this story about my grandpa who was having problems with like rabbits eating all their vegetable garden, and he would take a BB gun and shoot one of the rabbits and just leave it there. Like, as if I'm like, yo, show the other fucking rabbits what's up. This is gonna be you if you keep eating my fucking whatever they were eating. I don't know, tomato plants.
We have a problem with raccoons getting on the porch and trying to get in the cat food about once a year. And about once a year, whenever we have a problem with the raccoons, I'll shoot a raccoon and then I dump it in the woods where they come from. And for about a year, we don't have a problem with the raccoons anymore. And then about a year later, we'll have a raccoon problem again, and then I'll take care of it.
Yeah, the tree of liberty needs to be refreshed from time to time.
Damn right.
Yeah, it's just, and we wonder why society is like fucking just crumbling, because you're enabling the people to go do this sort of things, and you're crippling people's defense against it.
And well, like we talked about this on the last show with that DeCarlo Brown guy and the stabbing the Ukrainian chick. Yeah, and like Irina Yatsuska or whatever her name was. I can't pronounce it. Not trying to be disrespectful to
I
them.
know it's just it's Ukrainian, dude. It's impossible.
But anyway, like we talked about this on the last one. Like this is the kind of shit that creates a vigilante society. Like if you're like, shit's gonna get worse before it gets better unless they get rid of these piece of shit judges that are more interested in punishing the person who had their house broken into instead of the criminals who were breaking in. Like,
right. And like, just look at it like, okay, which side could get out of control here in terms of damaging society? If we allow people to just rob and loot and do whatever the hell they want, or if we enable property owners to shoot people that are running off their property, which slippery slope would you think we're going to go down? People are just going to stand on their porch and start shooting people that are walking by because they feared for their lives? Or more and more fucking, especially like teenagers, are going to start breaking into houses because A, they have no fear of getting shot. B, they have no fear of being tried as an adult. And so they'll just get like
no fear of repercussion whatsoever.
Yeah. Somebody posted something about Washington, D.C. cleaning up their crime. There's like something like 25 people were shot this year or something. It was down like by like a couple hundred or whatever. And one of the things they did was like got rid of one of the rules that says like we can't prosecute teenagers as adults. We should absolutely be able to, especially when they're like 16, 17, dude. You're old enough, man. You're certainly old enough to know better. So yeah, like they had like all these armed carjacking, all these gangs would just get 16-year-old, 17-year-old kids to do all of their dirty work because they can't be tried as an adult, even though they're doing adult shit. So yeah, no, we absolutely can incarcerate our way out of this, and not by incarcerating the people that are defending themselves and their property. By incarcerating the people that are fucking violating other people's property rights. It's just so fucking straightforward and simple.
Yep.
All right.
I don't think we have enough time to talk about the other two big topics that I had on the docket for today. You had sent the thing from Katie Couric about the
oh shit, I forgot about that.
About cancer skyrocketing, and that's a long thing. So we can do that. I mean, it's not going to change between now and Tuesday, so we can do that on Tuesday. And there was also the thing, did you see Elon Musk posted the universal high income via checks issued by the federal government is the best way to deal with unemployment caused by AI. We can talk about
those two stories aren't going to go anywhere. So
we can split Tuesday's show between how retarded is Elon Musk for saying that we need UBI because of AI and what's going on with all the spikes in cancer diagnoses over the last couple of years.
Yeah, for like super young people, 20 to 40.
I wonder what could be the cause.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just like Katie Couric said, it's a confluence of things.
It's environmental issues. Yeah,
that have always existed.
We have to fix the climate crisis.
I'm sure she's right about that. Was there one other thing that we were supposed to talk about today?
Oh, well, it kind of ties into all the other. You sent the Kyle Kalinske talking about national divorce thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't think that's changing between now and then either.
Yeah, probably not. But that'll be, I do want to see that. I do want to see that come to fruition. Okay. Yeah. So we'll, 10 dead missing scientists. I don't know what Jim's talking about. We'll have to look into that. 10 dead or missing scientists. I have no idea. We'll have to look at it. Are we doing well, you're working tonight, right?
I'll be at work, but if you want to do a happy hour, I can try to pop in. It
is happy hour day, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do a happy hour at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll save the rest of those stories for Tuesday. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Thanks for listening. And until then, you know what to do. Just keep on peddling that so-called fiction. Peace.